I don't know why my camera just turned off. My agent is tripping. He loving and hating on me at the same time. It's very confusing. At least there's some love in there, I guess, right? Because there's usually so full of hate. In case it helps anyone who happens to be doing what I'm doing, who's happened to be trying what I do, and that is not a recommendation, but for someone who might on their own be thinking that this is a good idea and this is what they happen to do, I actually peel the grapes off like this. I fold them back off. I fold them back off of the stem because you might need to kind of tug, but they come right off if you just fold them out. You want to get all the little stems off because when you eat them, when you pop them in your mouth frozen, you don't want any little stem. You don't want that little stem right there. It's not going to be helpful to anyone. No one. It's going to ruin your grazing pop experience. I definitely got a few raisins out of the deal. Total raisin. So I've got all the last little remaining stems off all of my grazings. There's my vinegar mix. Found it. Spray that into the water and swirl all of the grazings around. You drain them. Line them up just for a few minutes on a paper towel. They don't need to be completely dry. You just don't want them to be drenched when you put them in. Because when you take them out to eat them, you don't want to be eating a bunch of icicles. Although it's not going to hurt anything, but I think I want to put mine on a paper towel for about 10 minutes. And tossing them around before you put them on the paper towel and after is a good way to check for any stems you may have missed. Because you want no stems in your grazings just for about 10 minutes. Then we'll be soaking this larger batch of grazings. Well, it's a smaller batch, but the actual individual grazings are larger. Those were smaller things. Pina colada, margarita, and Bloody Mary. I really like these bottles. This pour spout. That pour spout is everything. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make our juices. Mr. Watermelon has fits perfectly. I seal it most of the way. And flatten to make it easy to break off only as much as I want to snack on at a time this summer. It's a fizzy yogurt. I have questions. First of all, who asked for fizzy yogurt? Like all of nobody asked for fizzy yogurt. But they're frozen pops. So maybe they thought they needed to do some extra shit. What's wrong with a frozen yogurt pop? It don't gotta be fizzy. Are you hungry or getting hungry or anything?
Hey, you know something, but you know.
Okay.
I'm not like, ooh.
I got a couple of questions.
What's your question? I said, let me get sick now.
They so sweet. And I was like, oh, these would be good in them frozen popsicle form.
They didn't like ferment or some shit, have some white shit.
No, they didn't. I don't fuck with that.
Okay,
just so you know, I've
thinking
seen
in my
those.
head, I'm like, I don't know.
I've seen those. This is what they look like, but those were smaller.
How would you think about chips?
They alright. They not very good.
Good.
Good that I don't like, so you can have yourself.
Not for me.
Well, I'm glad I don't love them. And they be like, you too hard for me to enjoy. Yeah, make that breath hot too, don't it?
Just making some spicy stuff.
And I was already having some spicy stuff. Cause look. And I put some hot sauce in it.
I want my gut to bubble. That's what you basically.
I do want some celery salt in there though. Yeah. It's gonna make it pop.
You need to put some time to cook down in there.
Yes. Want a sip?
You know that shit nasty. You know that shit nasty. You just like on them talk shows or
That's
whatever,
what
them
did.
cooking shows. You know that shit nasty. I ain't trying to spice it up.
Cause it tastes like tomato soup. But then when you get the right amount of sodium on that tomato soup, it'd be like, bam!
Right, but you didn't get it yet.
I got it now. I got it now.
You know that shit nasty. You go, delicious.
No, I didn't, but it's good. I didn't go, delicious. Ooh, I know what I want. I can have.
Well,
Bud rounds in the house. Solutions up and down. All our generations. What keep us living loud.
Bud round wasn't around with little.
It wasn't around when you was little?
That was a newer thing.
Really?
Yeah,
Y'all missed out then because we grew up on fudge rounds in all the YMCA and school and packs.
those right there?
Yes.
No way.
Bro. Moon pies, Little Debbie's,
Moon pie, that's old school.
Little Debbie's, oatmeal Little Debbie's, them raisin cakes we saw today, them Little Debbie raisin cakes. Zebra cake.
They must have experimented the stuff out there, see how many people got sick.
They probably did. You know what state that was? They probably did. They probably got us.
We kicked Jack in the Box out, and they out in the South now.
They always were. We always had them. I do miss that Grandy's. So Grandy's breakfast. Too bad y'all don't have that shit.
What's that?
Grandy's.
What's the name of the place? Fast food?
Yeah, but they breakfast, man. I mean, your breakfast plate don't look like a breakfast plate, man. And then you get the biscuits, and then you get you get the scrambled eggs with cheese. It tastes like your uncle made them. Your uncle that can cook. It tastes like he made put them cheese in them eggs. Get up my way. I need to move on. You want this nasty ass frozen yogurt? They didn't even have to do this. Who asked for fizzy frozen yogurt? Just freeze the shit. It'll be good just like frozen yogurt. No. They had to do fizzy. I was like, it's something that's not jiving with this shit. And I'm
sure they had their range.
oh man, solution. They couldn't get it to stop fizzing and shit. And they was like, well, this is what we gonna do. We gonna say it's carbonated. Carbonated frozen yogurt. They'll buy it soda yogurt.
They call it the
A fizzer. Murder sass, man.
It's drinking yogurt is fun.
Because drinking yogurt is fun. They don't even have to say it's good for you no more because they convinced us it was good for us when they was making it healthy. Now all they have to do is say yogurt. Can't find your favorite yogurt. Get the original. They'll tell you it's the original that just got invented last month.
Yeah, you love fudge round.
Oh man. I just finished passing out. In my last.
Oh, you was eating and talking?
I put it over to the side for a minute. For a few minutes.
And they bitching like it is gushing with things.
That's how they do. That's how they do. That's how they do. They want you to feel like it's gushing with cream. Gushing, honey. Dry ass shit. How to use that? I use this shit in my soup.
It's like a Girl Scout shortbread cookie.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know,
Harder.
It ain't too hard.
Oh, mm-hmm.
It's something that have no
No,
flavor.
no flavor. That's the shit they put in them Christmas gift baskets.
And biscuits.
Mm-hmm. Biscuit. French biscuit ass cookie. Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I do it like
Like an Oreo.
Oreo,
Oh, why you
split
throw
it
that?
open.
Why you throw that flavorless bread cookie away?
You want it?
Yeah. It's unleavened bread. I'm gonna get blessed for the eating it. This gotta be unleavened bread. I'm not even sure what to attribute that to, but it gotta be.
11 bread?
Unleavened. That's those little bread crackers that they have communion with at church.
I think those are thinner though.
They are. I'm just making fun of how this tastes,
Oh,
the
okay.
blandness of this taste.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Think about it, remember.
Yeah.
Except they were harder and smaller and thinner.
I don't think I've eaten them.
And they were circular. They're
But-
circular. You've never eaten them?
I don't think I have.
This is what they taste like.
But you know what?
Except they're not the sweet. Well, these ain't sweet, so yeah.
No, we did the little
These
wine.
are unleavened bread biscuits. Praise the Lord. I'm blessed this evening. I really am blessed this evening. Huh?
Not too bad. I like them a little bit. I wouldn't buy them again. Ever.
They dry.